Hi, I'm Alston, and I'm doing my co-op at the Village Media Building downtown. Although it's been dubbed the home of Suit Today, I'm not with Suit Today. I'm with Dig Deep Media. According to the website, Dig offers an agency and consulting subscription-based model for our mid-sized organizations. This allows organizations to effectively scale their marketing and decision-making functions practically overnight. Our experienced team of consultants, creative, analysts, and coordinators is available to work closely with your organization, either in person or virtually. Consider Dig as a reliable partner for your organization's growth and development. I start my day off by arriving in my cab at approximately noon, going into the side door and waiting to get buzzed in because I don't have a code to enter, going up the stairs and sitting down at my desk. That is, if Kevin isn't here. He is the CEO of the company.
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
Don't look here, look there.
If he is here, I sit in my office. But if I do get to sit at a desk, I sit nearby my coworker, Ryan, who is my supervisor and a creative director at Dig, Ethan, who is another coworker, who is also a creative director.
See like my face on the other side of it?
Yeah, you actually can.
Ooh, it's so clear.
How's the snow, Ethan?
It's pretty snowy.
And Melissa, who is another coworker and is a graphic designer. I also get to sit with approximately 4 dogs. The main 3 are Theo, Lucy, and Jameson. Once I get settled in, I usually get a crash course on what's been going on that day. Sometimes we're going to go for a shoot, which is fun, but most times it's just in the office. If there isn't a shoot, I keep myself busy, either practicing After Effects or Premiere Pro, which are editing softwares, or simply catching up on any homework I missed. But I definitely don't fool around. I can keep myself busy. But when we do go for shoots, that's a lot of fun too. It could be a menu photo shoot where you get to eat a lot of food. It could just be an Instagram reel where you can just have some laughs. Or it could just be filming a plain old commercial. You never really know. And after we've ran all those errands, usually we go back to the office, I settle in, I offload any footage I need to onto my MacBook, and then I get to editing. Although I don't get too much editing done, usually by the time we're done is when I have to leave. So I pack up all my things, head outside, and wait for my cab. So far my co-op has been pretty good. I've gotten a lot of new experiences, I've met a lot of new people, and I've learned a lot of new things. So overall, at least up to now, it's been very pleasant. My favorite part about my co-op so far has been going out for shoots. You know, there's nothing like going out with Ethan and filming a video. Editing is fun too, but there's nothing like it. When I first started here, I didn't have an assigned seat yet, so I just kind of sat wherever I could. I sat in the break room, I sat in the stairwell.
Excuse me. Coming through.
I sat at pretty much everyone's desk. I sat in the kitchen, I sat outside, I sat downstairs. And I think that's about it. There's a lot of cool things in this office. There's the downstairs area, which I'm not allowed in, but upstairs is cool. There's the boardroom, there's the kitchen, there's the patio. There's the bathrooms.
Get out of here.
There's a grass wall, and there's AI-generated art on the walls. That's pretty cool. To sync the audio between my phone and the camera. From the beginning of my co-op to the end of the co-op, I've grown a lot, especially with all the video editing programs. It went from taking me maybe like a month to do one video to being able to get stuff down in about a week. So I'd say it's been a pretty good improvement, and it's really been nice to learn how to use all the cameras and the tripods and all that. To be able to make videos and do photography, you'll need, of course, a camera, you'll need a computer, and you'll need some type of editing program. Here we use the Adobe programs, so Photoshop, Lightroom, After Effects, Premiere Pro, all that stuff to make our products. The biggest thing I learned while I was with Dig was how to learn all the Adobe softwares. I know I've already said it, but that was probably the most daunting task, was learning all these big editing programs. But after a few months of getting used to it, I was able to start picking up photography and video making, and now I've gotten pretty good with all of them. So I'd say the biggest thing I've learned was being able to use all these programs efficiently. I would say the effect my co-op had on me was mainly good. I got to meet a bunch of new people, learn about businesses around the city, and learn how to use a bunch of new software. I learned how to use macOS, I learned how to use all the Adobe editing softwares, learned how to use cameras, and how to make professional videos and photography. It was pretty fun. The only bad part was that it probably took me 2 to 3 months to learn how to use all that software. So for the better part of my co-op, I was in the office learning all this stuff. But once I figured it out, it was a lot of fun. And that was my experience with Dig. I'm editing it now. I kind of realized I forgot to film like an outro or conclusion, so I just figured I'd do it right now. Thank you for sitting through my presentation. Hopefully you learned something, I guess. And have a good day.